Jerusalem, early spring, the year 30 AD. Pilgrims arrive from every corner of Judea and beyond for the festival of Passover. The city wakes under the weight of thousands of expectations. And beneath the prayers and rituals, tension quietly grows. Every spring, Jerusalem fills with pilgrims from across Judea and beyond. Families travel for days, sometimes weeks, to reach the holy city. For many, this is their first glimpse of Jerusalem. The roads surrounding the city transform into a sea of travelers. Roman soldiers watch carefully from every gate. Each family carries what they need for the sacred Passover meal. By midday, thousands will pass through these gates. Old and young alike make the journey. Because where crowds gather, unrest can follow. Inside the city, Jerusalem begins to overflow.
As the sun rises higher, Jerusalem's markets burst into life. Vendors prepare food for thousands of hungry pilgrims. The air is thick with the scent of olives, herbs, and spices. Lambs destined for Passover sacrifice fill the streets. Pilgrims must exchange their foreign coins for temple currency. Only these silver shekels are accepted inside the temple. Every household gathers what they need for the sacred meal. Food stalls feed the endless tide of travelers. Bitter herbs will remind families of ancient suffering in Egypt. By the end of the day, thousands of lambs will be brought to the temple. In a city overflowing with pilgrims, prophet and faith walk side by side. And all of Jerusalem move toward the temple. Beyond the city gates, Jerusalem's narrow streets pulse with life. Daily work continues, even during the busiest festival of the year. Artisans shape the tools and vessels used across the city. Carpenters, potters, and craftsmen keep Jerusalem running. For children, the crowded festival feels like an adventure. Water, bread, and daily chores remain essential to every household. The smell of fresh bread drifts through the streets. Pilgrims fill every stairway and passage. Rumors and news travel quickly through the city. Roman patrols remind everyone who holds power. Travelers pause wherever they can to rest. All paths eventually lead to the temple. Above the crowded city rises the Temple of Jerusalem, where thousands gather for the sacred festival of Passover. Pilgrims arrive from every corner of Judea and beyond, entering the holy courts where ancient rituals have been performed for generations. Each family brings a lamb, a symbol of remembrance, recalling the night their ancestors were delivered from slavery in Egypt. But devotion and commerce now mingle in the temple courts, where merchants and money changers serve the needs of the growing crowds. Only sacred coinage is accepted for the temple tax of Bura, and every exchange comes at a price. Within the vast courtyards, thousands lift their prayers toward the sanctuary, seeking mercy, forgiveness, and the favor of God. But above the sacred rituals, Roman eyes remain watchful, for Passover is not only a time of worship, but also a time of unrest. Priests carry the scent of incense into the air, a symbol of prayers rising toward heaven. Soon, thousands of lambs will be offered, a ritual repeated year after year since the earliest days of Israel. In the heat and the noise, faith, expectation, and unease mingle in every heart.
Jerusalem stands on the edge of a moment that will echo through history.
High above the temple courts stands the Antonia Fortress, Rome's watchful eye over Jerusalem. During Passover, the population of the city swells dramatically, and with it, the fear of unrest. Roman officers know that faith, hope, and anger can ignite quickly among a restless crowd.
From the walls, the soldiers watch every movement below. Patrols move constantly along the fortress walls, ready to intervene at the first sign of trouble. Archers prepare their bows, a silent reminder of Rome's authority. Orders are passed quietly along the walls, as commanders prepare for any sudden uprising. In Jerusalem, during Passover, devotion fills the streets, but beneath it lies a tension Rome never ignores. As the sun sinks behind the hills of Judea, Jerusalem prepares for the sacred night of Passover. Across the city, families gather in humble homes, lighting lamps and preparing the traditional meal. Unleavened bread is broken, recalling the hurried flight of their ancestors from Egypt. Outside, the narrow streets glow with torchlight as pilgrims move through the crowded city. Travelers share food and stories, grateful for rest after the long journey to Jerusalem. Children listen closely as elders recount the ancient story of deliverance. From rooftops and courtyards, the city hums with quiet life beneath the night sky. Many pilgrims sleep wherever they can find space, for Jerusalem is filled far beyond its walls.
On this Passover night, Jerusalem glows with faith, memory, and expectation.
Night settles over Jerusalem, but the city does not sleep. Roman patrols move through the streets, determined to keep order during the crowded festival. Among the pilgrims, quiet conversations carry rumors and uncertain expectations. Every gathering is watched carefully by the soldiers of Rome. Even the temple guards remain alert as the night deepens. In Jerusalem, during Passover, faith fills the streets, but beneath the prayers, tension quietly grows. Night falls over Jerusalem, and the crowded city slowly grows quiet. From the fortress walls, Roman soldiers continue their silent watch. Inside homes and courtyards, families rest after the long day of pilgrimage. But in this ancient city, on the eve of Passover, history is quietly moving toward a moment that will change the world.